how is Ethereum doing in these bearish times, and my updated price prediction. Let's go. Only 6 subs left to reach the 100 subscriber goal, so please like, comment below, check out my links in the description, and subscribe. Ethereum, the merge happened approximately 2 months ago. Unfortunately, we are in a bear market, so the price action is towards the downside. That's how it is, unfortunately. However, in the background, things are changing, and things are changing for the positive. As you can see here, if the merge didn't happen, the supply of ETH would be plus 755,000 Ethereum in circulation, so highly inflationary. However, with the merge, the issuance rate changed, and this is why currently, instead of that 755,000 number, we are actually deflationary with minus 5,900 approximately ETH in circulation. So ETH turned deflationary. And in my personal opinion, I think one major reason why ETH is holding up so well in this bear market so far is simply a supply and demand dynamic, of course. If you have something with massively growing supply and the demand doesn't catch up, of course, the price will reflect that value and the price will plummet faster than ever. If you have something with less supply, less and less supply over time, but the demand being steady or higher in the future, you can only imagine what's going to happen with the price in the next bull market. Now, of course, for the supply and demand dynamic to work, you need a product or you need something that's valuable and has use case and is scalable. And with Ethereum, hopefully that is the case. As you can see, we're still in the beginning here, all the way at the top. We had the merge finished. However, as you can see, we still have the surge, we have the scourge, we have the verge, we have the purge, and we have the splurge. So there's, long story short, there's still many improvements regarding scalability and decentralization, hopefully on Ethereum. And the roadmap is still far out. So improvements are being done, of course, adding to that supply and demand dynamic. Key issues still to this day with Ethereum are the transaction costs and the TPS. So transaction speed and transaction cost, because you need something that's cheaper with the transactions and you need a higher TPS throughput, especially if you want to have mass adoption in the future. While most altcoin projects got absolutely wrecked in the DeFi space, Ethereum did so too. However, Ethereum is much bigger in market cap. And as you can see here, still Ethereum has well over 50% of the TVL and DeFi space locked. People simply trust the 900-pound gorilla, and that is Ethereum. And people tend to choose the blue chip cryptos over the newer layer ones, which get absolutely wrecked in those bearish times. Alright, it's time to look at the charts and it's time to look at some numbers. As you can see here, those boxes that you see I actually drew a couple months ago, there's basically 2 scenarios to look at. The first scenario, the blue box, is more of the optimistic scenario, which means that the bottom for Ethereum is already in and that we're gonna chop sideways until the next hype cycle begins. Arguments for that scenario would be that we're working with a different product than we did the last cycle. Ethereum is simply deflationary, and there's a higher use case for Ethereum, and there's of course more uses on the blockchain than there was in the last bear market, which simply means that the drawdown from the all-time high to the bottom is not that massive like it was in the last cycle. The second scenario, a very realistic scenario actually, unfortunately, is the red box, which would mean that Ethereum has still ways to go to the downside, and it would end somewhere around the $500 to $300 mark, okay? That would make sense pain-wise. Why? Because we are in a recession, of course. And simply, if you look at the past cycles and if you compare the drawdown from the top to the bottom, if you don't believe in diminishing returns, Ethereum will simply fall again over 90% until it really bottoms. So 2 scenarios to prepare for. Again, we're not superheroes, so it's hard to choose which route you're going to go with. So as always, set levels where you're going to DCA in, and always keep a cash position to reap the benefits if it drops that low. And if you look at that orange circle there at the top, this is simply the price range where I expect Ethereum to head in the next bull market. Ethereum has such a wide use case that I think that there is a lot of monetary power that can flow into it. It's not just a store of value type of asset. It has utility, and I think DeFi is going to be huge on Ethereum in the future. I know most people are currently very bearish and very doubtful. However, my price prediction still is the same. I expect Ethereum to be at least 10,000 per coin in the next bull market, whenever that is. Alright, coming to the end of the video, I have to remind you that this is all just speculation. There's basically 2 things you can do on your own. The first thing is you look at the asset that you're interested in and you look at prior bear markets or bull markets even, see how that asset was reacting in those bearish or even bullish times. The second thing you can do, which is far more important in my personal opinion, especially in cryptocurrencies, the space is so fastly paced to look at the development side on the project, whether it be Ethereum, Bitcoin, or Solana, whatever. Development has to have a certain pace, and you have to see if the development is going in the right direction and try to speculate on if the project is going to survive in the future, have a use case. And the most important thing, because at the end of the day we all want to make some money, the most important thing is to speculate on if monetary power is going to flow over time into that asset. Okay? But again, the most important thing is do your own research and don't be wrong.